Hello children, in your previous session, you completed explanation of the poem Where the Mind is Without Fear with figures of speech. At the end, you will be able to explain central idea in your own words. Today, before we discuss the central idea, let's discuss a few questions. These questions will help you to understand the main idea behind the poem. So the first question rises, what does the poet highlight in this poem? Here the keywords we have true freedom or real freedom. So the complete line will be the poet highlights the nature of true freedom or real freedom. Understood everyone? My next question is, when will the people be really free? Keywords here we have free from poverty and illiteracy, not the slaves of dead habits, outdated customs and superstitions. So the framed sentence is, people will be free only when they are free from poverty and illiteracy and when they are not the slaves of dead habits, outdated customs, traditions and superstitions. Children, let's move to the another question. That is, where does the true freedom lie? And keywords we have here are truthful and fearless living, rational thinking, freedom from narrow-mindedness. So the complete line will be, true freedom lies in truthful and fearless living, rational thinking and in the freedom from narrow-mindedness. Beside the idea of true freedom, what else does the poem highlight in these lines? See the keywords given here. Idea of national unity. See the poetic lines and identify what does the poet highlight. Where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. So the sentence will be, the poem highlights the idea of national unity. If people are divided on the basis of caste, color, creed or religion, they cannot grow. What will be the consequences of such division among people? Here keywords we have cannot enjoy true freedom, cannot rise and progress as a nation. It means if the people are not united, they cannot rise and progress as a nation. Now what is the main idea behind the poem? And the keywords we have here are not only be politically free but also should have social, educational and economic freedom. It means the main idea behind the poem is that people of India should not only be politically free but also should have social, economic and educational freedom. Now we will discuss the central idea with the help of these points that we have discussed. The poem highlights the nature of true freedom. The poet brings home the idea that political freedom alone is not the real freedom. People are free only when they are free from poverty and illiteracy. They are free only when they are not the slaves of dead thoughts, habits and customs. True freedom lies in truthful and fearless living. It lies in rational thinking. If people are narrow-minded and superstitious, they cannot be called free. The poem also highlights the idea of national unity. If people are divided on the basis of caste, color, creed, region and religion, they cannot enjoy freedom. If they are not united, they cannot rise and progress as a nation. Thus the main idea of the poem behind the poem is that people of India should not only be politically free but also should have social, economic and educational freedom. Now children, write down explanation of stanza 3 in your notebook as well as central idea using these highlighted keywords in the sentences of your own. Now read the poem again and again and revise the text thoroughly. Thank you.